My philosophy, my basketball idea is definitely influenced by many different countries and many different places. I lived in States, played college ball, so from America, some things from Spain, some things from Italy. Definitely a lot of Lithuanian basketball. So the topic today, probably you all read, you know what to expect: individual defensive tactic improvement for youth basketball players. So just to give you a little heads up what to expect, I like to use this recipe analogy, like the ingredients that are necessary to go to the next level. So the main focus I will try to emphasize as much as possible my way, my colleagues' way of individual defensive tactic. So we will not speak about any shell drills or any no middle or no baseline or any of those things, but this is just the qualities that like ingredients that the player needs to have when he steps up to the next level. And let's say when some talented young player transfers to a higher level to a much stronger team, let's say elite team juniors, or from elite team juniors to the pro level, the coaches evaluate how many of these ingredients the player brings. How many of the things he's able to do. So I will focus on this, and as much as possible, we'll see how much time I got, and I will try to share some of the drills, some of the things that can help focus and implement those things. Some of the things you just have to demand. There is no drill to make a strong pass. You just have to be that persistent coach that anytime it's a sloppy pass, no, make it a hard pass, make it a hard pass, make it a hard pass. So you can train with a heavy ball, you can train with the weights, but if the player doesn't have the clear understanding of specific what strength kind of pass has to be, you have to be this. Like the part of coaching is constantly being active, constantly demanding certain things. So I approach this topic from the things that are necessary for the individually be prepared to play proper defense. So the main focus, I will go over these topics. At the end of the practice, I will name it like, okay, these are the things that without those, you cannot enter the next team, the next level team, for example. Before we move on, before we go, I would like to, if it's the same answer that I have written down, it'll be just one question, but I want to have 3 ideas. I will ask a question. I want some brave coaches raise your hand and say what the answer is. There is no right and wrong, and I will explain what my answer is. So let's say I find one of the better players from your team, and I ask him, what is your goal? What is your target? What is your main responsibility, individually or team-wise, on defense? You're playing defense right now, one sequence. What will these players say? Is it clear? Stop the ball. Okay, good question, good answer. Another? Keep in front. This is the key one. Keeping the players always in front of you. So my answer is, it's a philosophical way that you have to really understand. The players really have to know what we're doing on defense. The teams will shoot. It's 80 possessions. If it's a high-tempo game, maybe more than 80 possessions. They will turn the ball over 10, 15 times. They will get some offensive rebounds. They will shoot the ball 60, 70, sometimes 80 times. So there is no way you're going to steal all those basketballs. There is no way you're going to block every shot. There is no way you're going to prevent the team from shooting the ball. It's just a fact. It's the name of the game. Otherwise, it would not be the scores that we have. So I would be disappointed if the players I've coached would not say this: give up or force the most difficult shot possible. The idea on defense, if I can, with active hands, I can disturb the rhythm, the flow of the offense, or find a way to snatch the ball from opponents, is great. But that's secondary. Number one objective is to give up the most difficult shot. And later on, I will come back to this point. Excuse me. Where it's important, how it's important, and how game of basketball can be understood in a simplified way. That, as I already mentioned, I have a 10-year-old son. and he already knows for a couple years what he's trying to do on offense and what he's trying to do on defense. Doesn't mean he does it well, but he knows what the idea is. So this, I will speak from three perspectives about individual defense: on-ball defense, off-ball defense, and another aspect often overlooked is move as the ball moves. These are three pillars from which I will approach. Most likely, some or most of the things you already probably know, but it's just going to be, some of the things might be slightly different. Some of the things can be maybe more put in a certain order or things like this. One player volunteer. Please, grab the ball. Grab the ball. Michael, right? Yeah. Great. I applaud your braveness. Triple threat, show me. Fantastic, great. How can I know it's a good or not? Is it proper triple threat or not? Give me the ball, let's say I'm playing with the ball, you stay in defensive position. Defend me. This is how you defend? Yeah. Okay, fine. How do we know it's a good position or not? How can he know? How can he know the tool to evaluate if it's a correct spot or not?
Depends on your leg.
Okay, I want you to stay. Can you stay 5 seconds in the defensive stand? You defending me, I'm with the ball, I'm attacking. This is, how does he know it's good or not? The way I put it, okay, no ball, from this green line will race to the sideline, okay? So you will race me from the green line to the sideline. Prepare. We are racing, we're running, no basketball, okay? So we're running. So whatever stance he's staying in, whatever this stance is, transfer it to the side. This is the proper stance. He's not preparing to race me a little bit too much of the knee straight. Because if he says up or go, whatever the signal to go, if he has to bend down, he already lost. So how to know I'm too low or too high? How do I know? It's very easy. My movement is only sprinting up. I don't have to bend knees more, or I don't have to be uncomfortable situations. So whatever you're ready to sprint me, if I say up and we go, ready? Okay, now turn this body. This is the correct stance for you. This is the fastest way for you to launch from your position if I move any direction. Okay? Thanks. No, grab a ball. Grab a ball, please. You brave, right? You ready to show? There is many ways, many philosophies of how you defend. There is no middle where we really open the baseline. There is a flat way to defend as much as possible, staying body to body in front. The way I coach youth, the way I think most of the youth basketball in Lithuania is directing to covering strong hand. You're right-handed, right? Yeah. So I'm focusing as much as possible. There is a line, basket and shoulder, and I try to be in the middle of that line. So whatever jabs, whatever moves, you're not dribbling, just jabbing. Okay, I'm really ignoring the ball. I'm really focusing on this line. So my middle of my chest in this basket shoulder line would be the most correct position. Now, how far, how close? Ideally, it's just positioning, just to know if I'm doing a good job or not. You, as a defender, you want to take away. In triple threat, we can dribble, pass, or shoot. Let's take away a pass, and I'm just thinking whatever he can do with the ball, I need to focus on stopping him. If I can take away 2 things out of 3, his shot and his strong hand drive, I'm already accomplishing a lot, forcing him in the direction to make a play with his weak hand. Ideally, a lot of players in Lithuania drive, pass, and shoot with the left much better because every coach focuses to covering the right hand. So this defense actually helps to improve offense, where my son turned around and said, this coach thinks I'm left-handed, how is this possible? I said, okay, great news for you. Now you show him that you can do with the right, even though he's right-handed. Because everybody, in youth basketball, everybody really takes away this hand. Now hold the ball, I will hit it, okay? Hold the ball. Just hold normally. In triple threat, I teach this. If you smack the ball like this and you don't steal it, the referee will call a foul. Almost every time. You want to be as close as possible. I said I will smack the ball. Even, hold the ball, please. I have to be so close that I take away his shot. It's uncomfortable for him to shoot. I'm sitting on the right shoulder. And if I can hit the ball from underneath, even if I hit his hand, the referee's eyes will not see it, they will not call it. I learned it. It's easier for you to remember. I learned it from Šarūnas Marčiulionis. I was working for him. He would do some clinics. He would come in. This is really Šaras Marčiulionis way. You come in and you dig the ball from underneath, almost like a boxer boxing this way and having active hands. Protect the ball. You can move it. You can move it. And I'm really going at the ball from underneath. And I'm ready to be as close as possible, force him to make a play with his weak hand. How much ball pressure? It's very easy to play defense and I'm extremely quick. Now we clear. Michael would beat me with the speed easily, whatever it is. So I must ignore ball fakes as much as possible. I will come back to this detail in a second. But just how much I play defense. If he's looking to pass, I have to read his eyes. If he's looking to pass, I can be confidently a little bit closer, attack the ball. He sees I'm too close, he will look to beat me one-on-one. Offensively, I have a rule. If the player can touch you with the elbow, there is no system. So one step, you play straight line to the basket. So if I get a little bit, like, look to pass to somebody. So I see this, I'm a little bit close, look to drive. Okay? Okay, I'm already anticipating what's happening. So evaluating his intentions, how the ball is higher looking for the pass, I can be a little bit more closer. As he brings the ball down, looking to dribble, or let's say play ISO. Play ISO, gives him. Isolation, play ISO, okay? Okay, I'm already forcing him to take a difficult shot. Dribble, jump shot, good shot. One more aspect of how to focus on, where to focus the eyes. In basketball, on offense, from very small age, putting emphasis that all the fakes are done with the eyes and with the ball. That's how you sell. A lot of, you see these no-look passes, why they work. With the eyes, they move the defense and they make a pass to the, let's say, a higher level. So I teach, if I'm ball faking, give me the ball, please. If I'm ball faking like this, nobody believes I'm gonna shoot. If I'm focusing on the rim, it's already a different kind of understanding. So, defensively, must not see the ball, must not see the fakes. If I'm sitting close enough and correctly, and he's looking to drive with a strong hand, he's going away from the basket. I don't need to bite into any of his fakes to this direction. Doesn't matter where on the court, corner, 45, top, other side. And if I'm really focusing on the body, it's very easy. He wants to drive right, okay? He's going away, I'm sitting with him, no problem. So I'm focusing what his intentions are with the ball indicates a little bit, but any ball fakes, my eyes have to be focused on the body. Otherwise, if I'm jumping around, my best trait was as a player, I was not fast, play defense. I would jab, I would do all kinds of moves until I get him dancing as much as possible, but one move and he's done. Because people would really focus all this juggling around, all this, whatever I'm doing with the ball. So focusing on the body is the important part. If the ball is low, a little bit more distance. So it's a lot of movement, a lot of defending, but it's a lot of focusing, kind of shadowing the body. So easiest way, one more volunteer, please. One more volunteer, please. Michael, here, please. Let's go. Only to the half court. You are sprinting, going backwards, stopping slowly, anything you want, any vertical movement, up and down to the half court. You are his shadow. So if he's moving, you have to move. He's stopping, you have to stop. He's moving back, you have to really, really move. So read his body, go next to each other. Michael, you can be better. Okay, switch up. What's your name? Adomas. Now Adomas is, let's say, showing, demonstrating, leading. Michael, you try to be his shadow. That's not bad. Okay? Now do it both with the ball. Do it both with the ball. Anything, you dribbling, but you are both with the ball, Michael. Okay? You are a shadow.
Yeah.
So everything he does, you try to copy. But you kind of doing slow. Make 4 steps, go back more, like take it more. Let's go. That's it. Okay? Switch up, now Michael, you lead, and Adomas try to copy him. Okay? Okay, many things to accomplish. Ball handling, not looking at the ball, really reading the body and really trying to focus, be this shadow. Let's see, make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, now there is a little bit sensitive subject. It's very important to have active hands. Michael, come with the ball. I said attack the ball with the hands, but reaching, generally my teams are dead last in the league with the steals. Dead last. I'll explain why. I have to be active with the hands, but look at my lower body. It's not moving. I'm active, I'm whatever, do some jabs, do whatever. So I'm focusing on the body. My hands are active, but I'm never shifting my weight or reaching in some direction. Grab a seat, rest a minute. Why is it important? I deconstruct basketball at the simplest level to 3 steps. Basketball is very simple. This is the 3 steps that my 10-year-old must tell me 3 o'clock in the morning if I wake him up. First, you get advantage, then there is a decision, and then there is finishing. It's that simple. So when you gamble, if you try to steal some ball, or you gamble, you gotta, if you wanna reach for the ball and steal the ball, you gotta give me a statistic where you're stealing more balls than you're giving up the position. So if I am overly aggressive on defense and reach for the ball, Americans say, you reach, I teach. If I see the player who reaches a lot, he's communicating to me that he's playing at the low level. He shows me that I'm playing with the poorly team that handles the ball poorly. I make 5-10 steals, I score a lot of points on a fast break, and I'm not ready to play against great ball handlers. Anytime you reach, there is the instinct you are behind me. What happens? You just give up advantage. So if defense gives you advantage, offensively, 1 step is already taken care of for you. The first step, defense gives you. There is no work for me to gain advantage. So that's the thing I'm really strong, I'm really persistent, I'm really hard about this. It's non-negotiable. There is no area to wiggle around. Active hands as much as possible. You can disturb the ball as much as possible, but coming back to containing the player. Containing means not giving up advantage. And this is I coached a team at a high amateur level in the Vilnius City League, and the player said, okay, we just don't reach, don't give them the lane by being overly gambling, overly aggressive, and we win half of the games. Just by that one trade, because everybody's so used to looking for your mistake, and then beating you. So I told most of my coached players, you want to steal the ball, steal the pass, fine. Go for the passes as much as possible, really anticipate the pass, you steal the pass, make 5 steals per game, I don't care. If you reach and you get beat, you kind of putting at disadvantage your teammates, you're not a team player, and you don't deserve to be in the court. For the guy who works so hard to really shadow the player, really keeping in front. So being aggressive, trying to disturb the ball as much as possible, but not giving up position is the activity that you need to find this thin line, how to be active in that area. And even at the highest level, Vilnius Rytas just played the game. I think they lost the game, and they asked the head coach, Giedrius Žibėnas, a good friend of mine, and he said, okay, I came to the locker room at the halftime, and they said, I feel like I'm in Vegas. You guys are gambling so much. So this is a problem from the top level Champions League to whatever low level you are. And just knowing and having this clear idea how much, be aggressive on the ball, disturb the ball as much as possible, but not give up the advantage is the main key. So keeping the player in front is always at all costs is number 1 priority. And it goes the same with pump fakes. any ball fakes, any pump fakes. Anytime somebody pump fakes on a three-pointer and goes around my player, I ask how many blocks you had on a three-point line. Maybe one in a decade. So not really jumping on ball, please, Michael. Not really jumping. What happens when I jump in the air? I don't control the body. I don't have contact with the floor. I'm out of the play for the short, brief moment when I'm in the air. So funny or not, you can find it on YouTube. There is Greg Popovich, one of the lessons. I'm sure you can find it. You can fact check me on this. The very first practice of San Antonio Spurs NBA team of the season, of the training camp, and every rookie makes a mistake in NBA level. It says, throw the ball, catch on the jump stop. Throw the ball, catch on the jump stop. And every rookie makes a mistake. I don't want to put the players at disadvantage, show their mistake. Everybody who jumps up, that's a mistake. While you're in the air, you're not playing. So the right way, whatever your stance is in the basketball, if this is how I would sprint in this line, whatever my stance is, the idea is that your hips, your head don't go up and down like engine pistons. You stay low. Whatever you throw yourself the ball, I catch it like this. Even if it's two leg stop, you have to stay low. Be reactive as quick as possible. So not blocking, not jumping on anything. You don't need to block the shot. You don't need to change the shot. Make him shoot that shot, but as most uncomfortable as possible, and we have a good chance to win. With few exceptions at the high level where, like J.C. Carroll or some other players, he raises the ball, it's three-pointers. So there are a few exceptions, but generally, this is extremely, extremely important. Okay. I will need Tomas and Michael rest. I need 4 other guys. Come here. No, Michael, you rest. You already worked out. I need 4 other guys. Grab one ball, please. Come over here. I got another one. We just need 2 balls. That's all. Come on. Hurry up. It's fine. Keep it. Adoma, grab it. Okay. I'm the very different coach that I really don't teach defensive slides or just jumping ahead on the closeouts, these things. In my teams, you'll never see it. I will explain why and what it does. Grab the ball, okay? I will ask you to dribble in the direction of that chair, slowly, okay? So whatever his direction is, just dribble. Let's say I'm defending you. Come back. For my players to understand what the job is, how to move on the court, more or less, so it's clear what I ask you to do, okay? More or less, this is his vector. This is the line that he's gonna go. So I'm sitting and on his right shoulder, and let's say he starts to drive this direction, go slow. I'm old guy, go slow. I have to sprint as fast as possible and block his road. He doesn't decide to turn around. I make him turn around. He starts going this direction, go towards the sideline. I have to catch him and block that road. This is the most right way to play defense, and whatever his, let's say, wideness, whatever he does, every coach that had this zigzag drill across the court. Whatever wideness offensive player does, I have to be 2-3 feet wider. My amplitude has to be much wider. So the proper way to play defense, go dribble, go slow, okay? I cut him off. I'm not reaching for the ball. I cut him off, okay? So let's go. You go half speed, one guy in defense, the other guy's on the side. Half speed, go on defense. Forget about this, don't worry. Okay, let's go. Defensive slide. It's hard for him to overcome this. Stop. Don't do defensive slide. Watch my feet. You go half speed, not a third speed, not something. Go half speed. So I'm directing you. I cut you off. I sprint. I cut you off. I sprint. I cut you off. That's your job. Let's try it. Let's go. Both at the same time. To the half court and then switch. Okay? Faster. Let's go. Better. Much better. Switch who has the ball and come back. From the half court to the baseline. from the half court to the baseline, different guy driving. Let's go. What did I ask? Hey, come back again. Ko prašiau, nes ne defensive slide, ne taip einu. Bėgu šalia jo. Žiūrėk, jisai varosi. Jisai varo, aš stoviu, vaginuosi toj gynybiniai situacijai. Jisai pradeda varytis, aš pasisku, žiūrėk mano kojose. Aš bėgu, kiek galiu, kad jam užblokuoti kelią. Tik jis pasisuko, tai mano kūnas. Aš bėgu, kol jam užblokuoju. Pabandykite. Nuo pradžio. Tai ginkį šičiai. Tu jį dengi ir jis puola į šitą krepšį. Gali įdengti. Dar kartą, žiūrėk. Jisai puola į tą krepšį. Atsistok, kad jį uždengtum. Okay? Važiuoju. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I do this drill, doesn't matter. Thanks, it's okay. I do this drill, doesn't matter what the level is of the players. And then, when we're coaching youth, first you're teaching them 1 against 0, some kind of move, let's say layup or whatever you want to teach. Then you put this a little bit, we call dummy defense, where the guy is just imitating the defense. The next good step, I often put that the offensive player can have develop great confidence to play live, but with limited defense. Then I put the defender holding the ball, and I have to play defense while dribbling the ball. So it's a little bit easy, a little bit more difficult for me to contain him. In that situation, the defender helps offensive guy to trust his moves better, to develop it better, etc., etc., etc. So here, as the guy started improving, doing it correctly, then offensive guy knows I'm warming up, I'm adjusting, I'm feeling the speed. I must not show that I'm the fastest guy. I'm adjusting my speed, 55%, 62, maybe 67, maybe you get to 90% of speed against the guy on defense. And okay, in a warm-up drill, for example, we're gonna do zigzags, everybody knows what to do, and then the offensive guy knows, okay, I'm gonna get used to the ball, really warm up, dribble the ball hard, but I'm helping defensive guy to trust his defense, to really find how quickly to switch, how quickly to cut off the driving line, and etc., etc., etc. So that's the important part as well, that you doing the drill, but the players both participating, but also a little bit understanding who is helping who a little bit more to focus on what on one part. Adoma, I take you will be the big guy. You okay? Stay here. You guys can sit down. Come here with the ball. What's your name?
Lucas.
Lucas. Okay. So on ball defense. Okay. Pick and rolling is Lithuanian way of playing basketball. Greeks and Lithuanians. If you go to kindergarten, say, guys, play 3-on-3, anything you want, and the first kid who takes the ball, hey, come set the screen, come set the pick and roll. This is the Lithuania identity. So until I would teach them pick and roll, offense, defense, it would be quite a while down the line. But since this is about defense, so I'm really going to show what I want defender to do on the ball. This is the part of the presentation on the ball defense. So there is the old way when I used to play. Let's say you want to use the ball screen. Okay, so prepare a little bit with the dribble and use the ball screen. You on the same team. So I used to want to go over with this foot and try to go a little bit slower. Okay. This is the old way that I don't do it anymore. So okay, I'm playing defense and I try to push in, and this was my best way to play defense. Current basketball, if you can beat your man rejecting the screen, because the help is on this side. Whatever ball screen defense is, the help is on this side. So every single guy in Lithuania knows, do it again slowly. If you can get me my foot here, behind backspin, whatever, and he has 2 defenders out of the team defense. So this is really wrong way to do it because of, let's say, popularity and usage of rejecting the screen and going to the basket. We keep a specific statistic, how many times each guy rejected the screen, how many guys the guy used the screen. There are players, over 90%, they reject the screen or get rid of the ball. There's a player with a statistic in one of the leagues, when we prepared, 90% of the time rejects, 10 times that player plays pick and roll, nine times either drives, finds a way to sell it really, really good and goes to the basket, or just passes away and says, I'm not playing pick and roll. So rejecting the screen is really bad. So now, just to demonstrate what I want, okay? I'm standing, try to push me in the hip. Don't try to in the hip here. Try to move my legs to this side, okay? Okay, try to move it. Okay, so my legs have to be strong. Now push my shoulder. Do like this. Can you do like this? Okay, I don't lose the positioning of my legs. So this, I will come back to this part later on in other parts where your legs holding the base a certain way, but your upper body is really, really fluid. So when you come set the screen, go slow. I will show, comes here, set the screen. So what I really want to do, it's okay, grab the ball, okay? As he's using the screen, I have two jobs to do. He must not touch me. He must not touch me, I must not give up in this situation, baseline drive. So let's say he's using the screen, I'm going over, go slow, but my upper body is really, really fluid to go over him, and the second job, I have to sprint and cut him off. Go half speed, I will try to half speed, don't show your basketball skills, I'm sure you're great. Okay, so I'm playing defense on the right shoulder, okay, and I have to get through over the screen. So just to know how to show it, how to, you can work on your pick and roll defense or shooting drills or whatever, and this defender, he has to know whatever high screen is, I have to go over, sprint over and here. And then, of course, there is a decision after the screen, if use the screen, and if I avoid the screen, and if he's not driving aggressively, I have a job to cut somebody off. So if he's a little bit passive, I have to sprint like crazy. Come over, please. Okay? Even if some big guy is helping some kind of defense, even if there is no space, the way I teach it, after I'm playing defense, after I get over the screen, I have to squeeze in between and contain my player. If he slows down before the free throw line. If he's going down the hill, go one more time. Whatever ways, go and attack him. And I see we have special communication and see what happens. Then this guy's job is to, he's rolling or popping, go at his knees and really box the big guy as much as possible. So over the screen, I'm not stopping. I go directly somewhere, either cut him off back to my player, or really at his knees, really, really low, really box out. So it's difficult for him to go for the rebound as he shoots over contested shot. So this is on ball. Thanks, you can sit down. This is on ball things that I've tried to stress. Let me triple check. Whew. Any questions in these matters, in these nuances? How you teach your player flat feet to feet line, a little bit on one shoulder, a little bit no middle. This is not for me to comment. But the guy has to be really, really clear. If he got beat, the player has to always know, I got beat because of this, or because I bought into ball fake, I bought into something else, I was too close, I overreached, or my hands were down and he got a three-pointer in his face. So it has to be very clear. So these are the ingredients in the recipe. Body positioning, how I really sit on which part of the body, how I really pressure, focusing, etc. Ball pressure, close enough with the hands, taking away two things, forcing him to make a play with the weak hand, and not biting to any fakes, ball fakes or jabs or whatever with the ball. This new era, everybody's really great with ball handling, does all kinds of moves and shifting all kinds of things. If you just focus on the core of the body, none of that works against you. Everything they learn in the summer with the trainers, do all this. I have to a little bit kind of kill the light and not see the ball. I'm defending, the concept is basically easily understood. I'm defending a player with the ball, not the ball. So stop the ball is correct, But I want more precision in that statement. You're defending the player with the ball. Make him, turn him, make a play or whatever it is. And not jumping in the air is the big part of this. Yes?
You mentioned you don't do the pitter-patter drill.
I'll come back to this on the closeout off ball, yeah. I'll come back to this angle, why?
Can I ask a stupid question?
Please do.
It's more of like a recap. So on that last screen and rule, you ruled around the screener, that's fine, and then you caught up with your player, but your teammates playing help defense.
Yeah, of course, then there's the team defense. If
Do you push him off and take him back?
it's a pick and roll defense, then you would get into these details, and then I'm really curious in the player that he comes in and I ask him, okay, here you bump and here you go, or here you switch and here you say these things. So the player be able to do. The great example was I showed the guys the zigzag and almost none of them could do what I said. They were doing the old habit, correct? So it's nothing wrong about them. They are learning, they need to learn, it's fine. So I want the player, when I say to him who's helping from this side or from that side, or from non-shooter, or the bottom guys bumping the big guy, whatever team defense I want to implement, I want him to be able to do differently than they did zigzag. So this is where the nuance comes in. How to construct pick and roll defense is another topic I can go to 2 sessions, hour and a half each, and how many ways to do it, and how many ways to confuse the other teams, and et cetera, et cetera. I'll come back at the very, very last point a little bit to this, and I hope you ask correct questions so I can elaborate on there as much a little bit also. Now, off-ball defense. Okay, I need Michael with the ball on top, please. I need Tomas, let's say here, without the ball. And who wants to volunteer to show how to play defense without the ball? Please. Okay. Okay. You on top of the key, please. With the ball, don't really need to. So he's on offense, you on defense. Okay, how I know where to correct. You play defense like this against me. I was a dirty player. The first thing I do is grab your wrist, and I'm already here. That was the first thing I would do. And yell at him for not giving me the ball. Okay, so I'm really big fan of Berlin Alba organization. I'm a big fan of their coaching community. I visited them. A lot of Spanish guys concentrate there, and asked them this question. Okay, tell me, number one thing on defense. Just one thing. Give me like one thing, the most. There is nothing as important as this. What is it? The answer was seeing the ball in your man. It's the number one priority. Before this, you don't move to anything else. So your job would be, I will demonstrate, and then you can come back. So if you want open stance because you're playing non-shooters, that's fine, but it's a triangle. The old way I was taught, there's a thirds. 1/3, second third, and third. So I have to shift 1/3 to the ball. If it's close stance, I have to make sure I see both. Michael is holding the ball in front of his stomach. Now he jabbed with the right foot a little bit, and then he jabbed again, pump fake right now. So I'm seeing both of them. So seeing both is very important. When I show the 2 passes away, it's gonna be really pointing. My stance have to be like sprinters, just turned, and I'm really 2 passes away. I'm constantly pointing where the ball is, where is your if you're not used to, your shoulders are burning. Play 20 seconds of defense and you go, oh coach, I cannot raise my arm. But you have to train. I actually put 1 kilo weights on the wrist and point. Your hand goes below your shoulder. Consequence for the team. Raise your hands. So really, it's many times the teams would steal the ball. I say like this: we go to the forest, big trees, branchy trees, and you throw the ball. The ball will hit a branch. So you don't need to steal it. You need to have as many hands as possible up, and if they're making incorrect pass, the ball will find your hand, and we can. That's the steal we can take. That's the steal that we earn. So pointing is the important part. Right now, I will show the drill. Michael will excel at this. So I'm more fan of basketball is a rhythm game. So even if I don't steal and disturb the angles a little bit, disturb the rhythm a little bit, it's benefiting to the defense. So individually, 1 pass away, the bread and butter, the first step. Defense is the important part. I am in the third. I'm seeing both, and close stance. That means facing my player. Now your job, please listen correctly and do it correctly. You're gonna have speed because I'm old. Sprint to the block, asking for the ball. If you don't get it, sprint back. If you don't get it, sprint to the block, always asking for the ball. Sprint to another block, sprint to the three-point line, still don't get it, sprint back to the block and up. One more time. Down, up, down, across, up, down, up. Okay? I do this drill, the guys hate it. I work with it and I'll show you two versions of it, the progression. I do it. I coach pro women's team, we did it. Once a week we did it. Just to get in that group. So the job is, I'm playing defense like this. As he starts moving now very slowly, I don't do this. No, never. I'm too late. I'm too slow. So I'm playing defense here. He starts to sprint back. I turn my head. I see both. I'm in the passing line. I see both. I'm in the passing line. I see both. If I can touch him, it's even better. I see the ball there. Okay? Whatever he does, that's my job. Okay? I will be the passer.
Okay.
You make sure he doesn't get the ball.
Okay.
But you're not improvising. Now you're going the same way. I'll just try to, but I want to pass you the ball. Let's go. Hey, why you stop? Your job is to go down, up. You went halfway and decided to improvise. Right now, I don't need your offensive skills. Right now, you're not showing you're a good player. I trust you. You don't need to show me anything. You need to try to understand me and do what I ask you. Come on, see the ball. Let's go. See the ball. Hey, stop. First mistake, you turn your back to him and then something else happened. I never turn my back. Look. I'll be funny. I don't trust him. Whatever he does, I'm watching him with the front of body. Whatever he does, I never turn my back. I don't trust him. He's gonna hit me in the head.
Okay.
Now you go fast, but exactly the routine that I said. Let's go. Michael, you're not watching the ball. Turn your back. Let's go again. Michael, that's 2 strikes. 3 strikes, you out. Let's go. You're not seeing the ball. Not seeing the ball. Pass me the ball. Keep going. Keep going. Sprint. Sprint. Okay, stop. Why are you sprinting more? That's the end. I give you 4 out of 10 because you never saw the ball. True story. Coaching second team in Tartu, Estonia, and I keep trying, keep asking, and like a month, I had a guy, and he wouldn't look at the ball. I said, look, now I'm gonna throw the ball in your head. I will do it. I'm a good passer. I might miss 3 times. I will get you. He's like, yes, coach, I understand. He got hit in the ball 2 times, left the practice. Next day, I spoke with the parents. True story. I'm not joking. Thank God I had the Estonian assistant who clarified my story, that exactly how it happened, that we're trying to help the player, and for him to do this way. So I don't want to throw the ball at your head, but if you play on my team, it might happen. One more time. Now switch up. Switch up. Remember, down, up. Then all the way to the other side, down, up. Always look for the ball. I try to pass you the ball. Make sure you see us both and don't get the ball. Let's go. Michael, I'm not seeing your eyes. Michael, you're not ready. I said, look for the ball. I want to pass you the ball. Do you want to get the ball? Let's go. How much time we got? Let's go. From start. You're not watching the ball. You're not watching. Cut, spin. Keep going. I got balls. Keep going. You're not denying the ball. Disturb this pass. Michael, you catch it, you give it to me. It's halfway. Now listen to the coach. Stop. That's already too much. I wouldn't play you. Now listen to the coach. Do you know what the block is?
Yeah.
Did you go there? No. Okay. You don't want to listen to me. Go grab a seat. Go grab a seat. Thank you. I can't work with you. Please. You on offense, you on defense. Let's go. Adomas, right? Your job. If I throw the ball away, you pass it to me. Okay? You make sure you ask for the ball. You know where to run or no? Okay. You make sure you see the ball. I might make a mistake. I might hit you. So be ready to catch it. Okay? Let's go. See the ball. Don't let him catch it. Go. Keep going. See the ball. See the ball. Look, look. You're running like this. It's a sprint. Go from the start. Imagine it's a race. You're running on this side. Imagine this. You're running on this side, the same routine. Block, back up here.
Yeah.
Block across over to other 45. Down to block and up. And Michael is sprinting on that side. Whoever wins goes drink water. Whoever loses does, I don't know, some push-ups or suicides or something. So you imagine, this is how fast you have to go. You know the routine, or you need to practice? Do you need to practice?
No, I got it.
You got it. Don't let me see you watching like this, and don't let me see you stumbling what's happening. It's a sprint, like a suicide.